Well, first we are going to get you a Times Now mega exclusive that blew the absolute lid of the multi-crore medical entrance scam, tearing this country apart. For weeks, over 22 lakh students have asked one question: who compromised our future? They asked, who brought the NEET paper leak scam to light? He is the man that you are going to be hearing who single-handedly brought scamsters to their knee. A veteran chemistry teacher from Rajasthan, ultimate coaching hub, seeker. His name, Shashikant Suthar. Well, he is the deep-throat whistleblower who intercepted the leaked blueprints on May 3rd. He ran line-by-line matches against the official question papers and forced a nationwide retest, and waking up jolted the NTA. Breaking silence for the first time ever, only on Times Now. First time he's going to speak on national television. The man who stared down the multi-state paper leak mafia to save millions of honest students, their lives and futures. He speaks exclusively to Times Now's Priyank. But first, before we get you all the details, that exclusive interview, let's tell you a bit about who this man is, Shashikant Suthar, so that you understand why it is very critical that he today speaks to Times Now. He's a chemistry teacher from Rajasthan, seeker. He has over 13 years of mentoring experience. For 13 years, he's been mentoring NEET aspirants. Also, he's the one who has intercepted the leaked PDF, which happened on the 3rd of May, on the day of the exam itself. He compiled the evidence systematically, then he flagged it off to the NTA. He risked his own personal security by exposing the paper mafia. But when he speaks to Times Now, he says that it's about justice for the students so that these cheats do not become doctors of tomorrow. This is the mega Times Now exclusive coming your way. Listen in.
पहले कैसे संदेश हुआ आपको? पूरे सिलसिलेवार तरीके से बताएं। आप केमिस्ट्री पढ़ाते हैं, आप सीकर में हैं, कई सालों से बच्चों से जुड़े हुए हैं, कोटा में भी आपने पढ़ाया है। पहले संदेह कैसे हुआ आपके इस पूरे मामले में?
सर, जब मैंने 3 तारीख को पेपर खत्म होने के बाद पेपर को देख लिया, उसके थोड़ी देर बाद जब मेरे मकान मालिक मुझे मिले तो उन्होंने एक वायरल पीडीएफ मुझे दिखाया था कि ये जो पीडीएफ है इसमें काफी ज्यादा क्वेश्चंस हैं, इसमें से चेक कीजिए कोई क्वेश्चन पेपर में आया है क्या। तो जब मैंने उसे पेपर से टैली किया तो केमिस्ट्री के पेपर से, तो उसमें से हूबहू 45 to 45 क्वेश्चन जो थे वो केमिस्ट्री के नीट पेपर से मैच कर रहे थे, उस पीडीएफ के नीट पेपर से मैच कर रहे थे। तो फिर मैं खुद शौक रह गया इस बात से कि ऐसे नहीं हो सकता है। और फिर हमने उनसे बायोलॉजी की पीडीएफ भी ली। बायोलॉजी के मेरे फ्रेंड से, उनको हमारे जो टीचर हैं उनसे हमने टैली करवाया उसको। तो जब उन्होंने देखा तो फिर सेम टू सेम वही बायोलॉजी में था, 90 out of 90 क्वेश्चंस उस पीडीएफ के जो पेपर में आए हैं वो मैच कर रहे थे। फिर इस पे डिस्कशन, थोड़ा बहुत डिस्कशन वगैरह किया। सर, दोनों थे, बायोलॉजी की प्रिंटेड थी और केमिस्ट्री की हैंड रिटन थी सर, और पूरा सोल्ड पेपर था। फिर हमने इस पे डिस्कशन वगैरह किया, फिर मकान मालिक ने भी और सबने हमने मिलकर और प्रशासन को इसकी सूचना दी। और प्रशासन को सूचना देने के बाद उनकी तरफ से बहुत अच्छा रिस्पांस था। फिर हमने 1-2 दिन हमने इसके और भी जो भी प्रूफ वगैरह थे वो सारे प्रूफ इसके इकट्ठे किए, भी कहाँ से ये पीडीएफ वायरल हुई है, कहाँ से क्या क्या चीजें हैं, सारी चीजें वो प्रूफ इकट्ठे करने के बाद हमने एनटीए और इनको मेल कर दिए हैं। और उनके मेल करने के बाद क्विक रिस्पांस के साथ विद इन 2 to 3 आवर्स उनके फोन आए हैं, एनटीए से फोन आया है, सीबीआई से फोन आए हैं। और 5 to 6 आवर्स में, मतलब इतना डिस्टेंस हमारा सीकर का दिल्ली से रहता है, और दिल्ली की जो इन्वेस्टिगेशन एजेंसी थी वो हमारे पास पहुंच चुकी थी। तो बहुत क्विक ये फास्ट ट्रैक काम हुआ है इस पे, और बहुत जल्दी काम हो गए। फिर जब एमएचए की ये जो लोग पहुंच चुके थे उसके बाद ये सारी चीजें जो है वो स्टार्ट हो गई थी।
सीबीआई का कहना है 2019 से लेकर के अब तक एक फॉर्मर टीचर के पास ट्रांसलेशन के लिए पेपर जाते हैं, उसका कनेवेंस कोचिंग इंस्टीट्यूट्स के साथ होता है। कोचिंग इंस्टीट्यूट्स के बीच में टाउट्स होते हैं, जो एक महिला है मनीषा, जो बच्चों को लेके आती हैं। तो किस तरीके से ये संगठित अपराध चल रहा होगा, आपको क्या लगता है, क्या संदेश है?
सर, इसका तो अपने को इतना नहीं नॉलेज है, भाई हमने तो ये
नहीं, आप देख
इनिशिएटिव
रहे हैं टीचर्स इंस्टीट्यूशन, आप देखते हैं इसलिए मैं पूछ रहा हूँ।
भी देखते हैं, बस न्यूज देख लेते हैं। अब न्यूज पे कितना वो मतलब क्या है क्या नहीं है, वो तो जो सीबीआई के जो ऑफिसर हैं इन्वेस्टिगेशन कर रहे हैं, और जो जांच एजेंसी इसका इन्वेस्टिगेशन कर रही है उनको इस बारे में ज्यादा पता होगा, है ना। और कब से चल रहा है कब से नहीं, ये तो सीबीआई के इन्वेस्टिगेशन में सबके सामने आ ही जाना है थोड़े दिनों बाद।
कि जांच में जो चीजें आ रही हैं, आपको लगा था ऐसा भी नेक्सस हो सकता है, कोचिंग इंस्टीट्यूट्स पे भरोसा करके बच्चे
इनिशियली
आ
सर
सकते हैं,
ऐसा नहीं
वहां
लगा
से
था,
लीकेज होगा।
इनिशियली ऐसा
हाँ।
नहीं लगा था। और ये मैं एक शिक्षक होने के नाते कभी एक्सपेक्ट भी नहीं कर सकता कि किसी शिक्षक ने ऐसा किया होगा। हम एक शिक्षक की इमेज जो है वो हमारे समाज में सर्वोच्च है। जैसे पहले मैंने डॉक्टर की मतलब तैयारी करी थी, जब डॉक्टर नहीं बन सका तो फिर मैं मास्टर बन गया सर, है ना। नाम सेम
जी।
सेम से है, और मास्टर और डॉक्टर दोनों की ही हमारे समाज में बहुत अच्छी रिस्पेक्ट होती है, और उनका
जी।
दर्जा जो है वो सर्वोच्च रखा जाता है। एक शिक्षक का दर्जा जो है वो सर्वोच्च रखा गया है ना। तो इसलिए मैं ये एक्सपेक्ट नहीं कर रहा था कि ऐसा कोई शिक्षक ऐसा करेगा, क्योंकि और ऐसा नहीं करना चाहिए था, मैं ये मानता हूँ। और जो भी हुई हैं वो चीजें मतलब देश हित में नहीं है सर।
अभी तक जांच से संतुष्ट हैं आप?
यस सर, जांच देखो, जांच से ऐसा है कि जांच बड़े अधिकारी कर रहे हैं। हमारी सीबीआई जो है वो जो कर रही है, पहले एसओजी ने करी थी, पहले सीकर पुलिस ने करी थी, इन सभी ने बहुत अच्छा योगदान दिया है। तभी हमारे मतलब इतना ये हुआ है कि पहली बार 4 दिन में सरकार ने, एनटीए ने इतना बड़ा डिसीजन लिया कि हम रीनीट करवाएंगे। 7 तारीख को हमने एनटीए को मेल किया है, 8 को ये सारी जांच शुरू हुई है, और 11 तारीख को ही उन्होंने ये अनाउंस कर दिया है कि रीनीट किया जाएगा। तो ये बहुत बड़ी बात है कि इतना जल्दी क्विक डिसीजन लिया गया बच्चों के मेंटल हेल्थ को देखते हुए। तो इसके लिए मैं सभी एजेंसीज का और हमारी भारत सरकार का धन्यवाद करना चाहूंगा।
Well, let me go across to Priyank, who got us that super exclusive. Priyank, well done. After all, Suthar fears for his own lives from the NEET cheat mafia, which is running rampant. It's not just restricted to 1 or 2 states, it's pan-India. But despite that, you've managed to get the whistleblower to speak to us. Very noble words, and his intentions are. But unfortunately, today, he fears for his life.
Certainly, Meghna, that's why he was not attempting to come before the TV channels, because you can imagine that thousands of teachers and students would have got access to this PDF, but no one came forward. It was around 1:30 in the night, the day this examination happened, after matching the papers. He reached to the police station, and when he proper response was not given from the local police station, he complained it to the NTA on 8th, and within few hours, the NTA responded. You can imagine the kind of courage he would have got, because he lives in a society where all of them are teachers or student or institution owners. But instead of fearing for his life, he came out and he was the one who has saved not only life of the student but also future of India, because these people who don't have the caliber to complete the examination, if they become doctors, you can imagine that how many lives could have been put on risk. So salute to him, but certainly the manner in which the investigation has proceeded, that has come to a teacher also from Maharashtra who was part of this nexus since 2019. Whether the CBI investigation will bring out all those examination paper leaks since 2019 or not, that's a big worry in the mind of everyone after looking at the investigation detail which has been put forward before the local court here.
You're absolutely right. It's been decades of apathy, of negligence, of looking the other way, allowing the street mafia. However, this man that you have spoken exclusively to, Suthar, he has stared down the barrel of the gun by exposing the NEET cheats. And swiftly, as he points out, swiftly action was taken by the NTA and the central agencies. Hopefully, this was for the last time. Thank you so much, Priyank, for getting us that mega exclusive. But with that, let's move on in the bulletin. Tell you about another big story, another war for our future of India. The CBSE now is changing the language rulebook for students from the 1st of July. This will be impacting students in class 8 and class 9th and class 10th, and they will now have to study 3 different languages. At least 2 of them must be Indian languages, while a foreign language can only be chosen as the 3rd option. Well, this move has now triggered off a political firestorm. Why, you ask? Listen in. Well, we are going to tell you how the opposition has questioned the move by the CBSE, saying that this is Hindi imposition. Especially political parties from down south have said that this is an imposition of Hindi because there are a myriad of problems and also of challenges which are there, including the fact that there are no teachers who are available for many of the regional channels at that time, which is why people will be forced to take Hindi and Sanskrit as the two languages because that's where you have the teacher availability for. But with that, more breaking news which is coming in. TVK stands for the two-language policy. The party says that they will not succumb to any direct or indirect pressure, that they will not succumb to any kind of maneuverings which may be made by the centre pushing for the three-language formula. Listen in. Well, in fact, we will tell you what exactly it is that the TVK are saying. They are saying that it must be a two-language policy, which is the existing one, instead of the CBSE's proposed three-language policy. Remember, they see it as an imposition on the Dravidian culture itself. Let me go across to Dharani, who's joining us live from Chennai. Dharani, we have a new chief minister, but it seems that when it comes to the three-language policy, he's going to continue what the previous Stalin Sarkar's stand was.
Well, TVK School Education Minister Raj Mohan held a press conference a few minutes back in which he has told that TVK stands for the two-language policy that is already being followed here in Tamil Nadu. Earlier, we've seen the DMK sternly opposing the three-language formula that was proposed by the Union BJP government, and now it looks like the TVK is also going to take the same stand because in this press conference, School Education Minister Raj Mohan, he clearly says that students need to learn Tamil because Tamil is their mother tongue here in Tamil Nadu, and for global exposure they can learn English. So English and Tamil are sufficient for them to have a good future is what the present School Education Minister Raj Mohan also seems to believe, and he also goes on to say that for the past 2 years Tamil Nadu has not received its due of school education funds from the Union BJP government. If we take the Samagra Saksha Abhiyan scheme for the past 2 years, Tamil Nadu has not received its due share from the Union BJP government because it has not implemented the national education policy here in the state. So he also condemns this move by stating that the state should not be deprived of its school education funds, and that any such deprivation will directly have an impact on the quality of education that is being provided to the students, especially the government school students. So it looks like, of course, the governments have changed from DMK to TVK, but as far as the language policy is concerned, now the newly formed TVK government also seems to be backing the two-language formula, and they are very stern on their stance that they will not be allowing any kind of language imposition apart from the already existing two-language formula.
Absolutely. Now, Vijay may have been sworn in, taken charge, but his policy continues to be what the DMK was, that it must be a two-language policy, not a three-language policy as the CBSE has proposed. But what is this three-language policy? We must understand. Let's break it down for you so that you have a clear understanding. What is this language reset? What is this new rule is that there will be 3 languages now which are going to be compulsory for all the students. Now, what are these 2 languages? Which is 2 Indian and 1 foreign language. The third one may be a foreign language. You cannot take 2 foreign languages. When will it start? Well, this new rule is going to be applied from the 1st of July for students who are going to be in 9th and 10th alone. It's not for all the students. It's only from classes 9 and 10. How will the exams happen? And this is an interesting bit. Many people have criticized this as well, that there will be no board examination for the third language. Then why are the students going to read it? Because there is not going to be any incentive for them to be doing well in it. So there is going to be no assessment which is going to be there. How will the exams happen? Well, the assessment part is going to be internal. Why is the CBSE, however, doing it now? Many people are asking. Remember, this is something which is part of the new policy under the National Education Policy, the NEP of 2020, where the focus is going to be on multilingual learning instead of only 2 languages. So the opposition, meanwhile, has been calling CBSE's 3-language push as soft Hindi imposition. Why? Well, this is all in the name of national integration, they say. They have done it at the behest of the BJP and the RSS. Congress's MP Manikam Tagore has said that the move is going to turn into Hindi imposition. Schools don't have enough teachers for regional languages. He's also accused the BJP and RSS for turning education into a tool of cultural domination by the Hindi belt. Listen in.
हम ये कह रहे हैं सीबीएसई से मैं पूछ रहा हूं कि अगर आपने ये 3 लैंग्वेज को आपने कंपल्सरी किया है पूरे भारत देश में तो उसके लिए आप व्यवस्था करिए ना, उसके लिए आप टीचर को पहले बहाल करिए, पहले आप कहने मतलब प्लेटफॉर्म बना लीजिए, उसके बाद में ये शुरू करिए, क्या दिक्कत है।
Well, in fact, that is the reaction which is coming in from the Congress. But let's also tell you about the backlash which is coming in on the policy which is sparked off questions. Well, the CBSE appears to dodge questions on the 3-language mandate. During a briefing which was held earlier, the School Education and Literacy Secretary Sanjay Kumar refused to elaborate on the policy, saying that the matter is going to be discussed some other day. Watch how the CBSE has ducked direct questions about the 3-language policy.
Sir, yesterday a notification was issued regarding the 3-language policy.
हम लोग इसको किसी अन्य हाँ किसी ठीक है सर नहीं अभी थोड़ा सा हम विषयांतर हो जाएंगे। मेरा आपसे अनुरोध होगा कि इस पे हम लोग किसी अन्य दिन बात करेंगे।
Well, with that, more breaking news which is coming in. We are taking you across to maximum city of Mumbai, where there is a major demolition operation, a major demolition drive which is currently underway. This is happening at Bandra station in Mumbai, where you can see literally thousands of people who have turned up. This is all happening in Mumbai. This demolition drive targets illegal hutments which are there in the area. Heavy police deployment, as you can see on your screens, has been made across Bandra and the nearby locations to maintain law and order during the action. Well, the authorities have begun this 2-day drive, and it is happening mostly in Garib Nagar, in Bandra East, to clear unauthorized encroachments around the railway station. Let me go across to Paras, who's joining us with the very latest. Paras, looking at the scale of this drive, this is going to be huge, very close to the Bandra station. Tell us what's happening on the ground.
It is a part of Bandra station, as there was a order which was given by the respected courts to demolish these illegal structures which was built years ago, and a major demolition operation will be started, and it's near the Bandra station. Heavy police deployment has been made across Bandra station, nearby location, to maintain law and order in this entire operation which is taking place. Authorities began a 2 days drive in Garib Nagar, Bandra, is to clear unauthorized encroachment around the railway station area. Railway officials are starting the removal process of this long standing illegal structure that have reportedly occupied the area of several years. So this is a very, very important and a very huge drive which has been taken up now after the order of respected court.
Can you tell us, Paras, a bit about who's carrying out this drive? We know that the railway officials are the ones who started the removal of this, and I believe very long-standing illegal structures which are there on railway line, isn't it? And this is happening after the court's orders, but it seems that there are some protests also which are happening.
Rightly said, it is happening after the plea was submitted by the railway authorities in this entire matter, as it's a part of the railway land, and it's the structure which has been there is from last several years, and that's why a plea was filed by the railway authorities, and after that there was a decision which was taken by the respected court to demolish this illegal structure which was there from so many years. The drive has already been started, and railway authorities, BMC authorities, and many Mumbai police officers are already there at the spot, and the drive has been started. There maybe some of the people who is protesting over there, but it's very important, and it's very important drive which has been taking place because Bandra is a very sensitive area, and over there this Garib Nagar area is full of hutments, and there are thousands of hutments which is very illegal. So the drive has been on now, and there are many people who is also protesting over there. But right now, Railways, BMC and the Mumbai police are present at the spot.
Well, yes, even as we speak, we can see, in fact, some of them negotiating and speaking to the policemen there. There seem to be senior officials there on the ground. They are speaking to the protesters. Give us a sense of the security arrangements which have been made. And it does appear that the police are trying to pacify the people, asking them to move back so that the demolition can happen. Paras?
Rightly said, 100 of Mumbai police personnel are there at the spot. With that, the railway police forces personnel are at the spot. BMC personnel are at the spot, and they are taking care of everything that cannot hurt the law and order of Mumbai in this type of situation. And that's why the 100 of policemen, railway police guards, and with that, BMC personnel are there. They are continuously talking to the protesters and trying to convince that, because it's a court order, and court order has to be followed very genuinely. So now we have to see what will happen next in this entire situation right now, because there are thousands of hutmen over there, and thousands of people stays in this illegal structure.
We'll keep tracking the developments on that ground. Thank you so much, Paras. As you can see, even as we speak, bulldozer action has begun. But this, remember, is court mandated. It is a 2-day drive, and this is to remove illegal encroachments which are there on railway line. Well, we are going to get you updates on this right here on Times Now. But for the time being, we are going to be wrapping up the show. Thank you for watching Setting the Agenda. I'll see you again tomorrow, 12 noon. Stay tuned.